Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another island episode. Welcome back to the island. I hope that you're doing fantastico today. I'm doing very good myself. Thank you so much for asking. I'm really happy that I took the decision. I talked about it in the last episode in case you missed it, but I'm really happy that I took the decision about quitting smoking. Starting to feel better now. It's slowly but surely fixing my throat. Making me more energetic and things, so that's a really good thing. I shouldn't start again this time. Okay. Anyway, today we may want to work a little bit more on Tortuga. I've started the process of landscaping, and I gotta say, I've said it before, but I gotta say it again. I really like landscaping this world out because it makes such a huge difference. Like if you landscape a plains, let's say, in Minecraft, you may not be able to change it so much. It's still going to be green, I assume. It's still going to, you're going to fix it and you're going to make it gorgeous, sir. It's actually not that pretty standard generation, but you're going to make it pretty, sure. But I get to clear stupid purple stuff, and every block that I place, I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to see the world map and how it looks now, and because the world map changes. So let me show you what I've done. I've done this whole part here. This was just mycelium. And I'm kind of trying to get the border for the grass here, because I've decided that Tortuga is going to be it's going to be sand as our kind of standard in the city. I've looked at more pictures specifically from Assassin's Creed that I spoke about in the last video, and sand makes sense. So I've kind of said that the green with where we'll put bushes and stuff, it will come out like that for now, and the sand will kind of take over all the way from there and all the way down to the docks. This area here, though, I'm very happy with, or starting to get very happy with. I actually haven't worked too long on it, but beach coming out here. Then I had this little hill here, and I was thinking that it could look pretty cool if we have more of a coastline hill situation thingamajiggy of a thing, with the sand kind of blowing over it a little bit. So that's what we're doing right now at the moment. But my plan is today to fill this whole thing with sand at least. Also, very fun note about filling things with sand. Actually, do we want... Yeah, I think so. This could be like a big rock here. Fun note when doing this, not only the world map, but there's also the fact that the more mycelium I clear, the more centered, or the more... crap, I forgot the name. The more... I can't remember the English word for this. The more concentrated the spawns of mushrooms are. And that's actually my only source of food at the moment. I don't have a massive supply of steak or anything. When I run out, I go around my island and I usually find a few groups, and with this sword, the Take Care 2.0, I get the cooked steak. But it's fun as well, because that's how we're going to do food eventually. We're going to actually make something that I haven't seen in any world, actually. They're surely out there, but you know what I'm saying. We're going to make like a fully automated cow farm, like for reals is automated, okay? So you don't have to breed them, you don't have to do anything. So if that's possible, it should be possible when we have got rid of all the mycelium. Because then we could make an area where they could spawn. Anyway, I really have to go and repair my shovel before I continue here. I just wanted to bring you in. I want to show you as well in Tortuga. I've done a little bit of work, not too much. I haven't, by the time of the starting the recording, I haven't seen your comments yet for the last video because it's not released. Just having too much fun, so I'm just backlogging. But I'll probably see them because it's releasing here in a few hours, so I'll probably see them during the video. Anyway, I did this one here, this combination of white stained clay in the bottom and then hardened on the top, and I think that looks really good. I wasn't a big fan of this pinkish stuff when we did it over there, but in this setting, I suppose it really does work well. I do like it. What else did I do? I changed this up. You remember we had cobblestone foundation here, so I changed that up. I did something more. Is that really... Oh, no. Look at all the sand that I've placed as well. Yeah. Placed a lot of sand. I've been digging up sand. We still have a little bit more before I need to go and refill, though. But yeah, making progress for sure. And I'm really excited to get more sand areas here. Then we can start thinking about roads and stuff like that. Everything that we do here is, of course, a long time process. But, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy every moment of it. While we're here, let's talk a little bit about the pathways, okay? I promised in the last episode that we'd go and look at them and we'd talk about them, and then we ran out of time, even though you guys reminded me. I've decided to keep them elevated, but what I've done is that I've used slabs in places, even like placed down there. I don't know if I like that specifically. This actually is pretty bad, but we could put it there. Use sandstone slabs to kind of illustrate sand that have blown up towards it, because it makes sense that sand collects across this border if you think about it. But upon reading the comments again over how you guys were seeing this, most of you actually, well, it was a good split, but many of you said they actually liked that they were elevated. So yeah, this is an example where the sand have kind of blown over an elevated thing. And I mean, it doesn't look great if you just look at this little piece here, but as part of something bigger, it makes sense. It's time, guys. It is time to put down some maps and have a look at the progress. I've been standing here for a bit, and it's starting to look like a desert, unfortunately. But we're gonna work out that. So I got all of this filled in with sand, and the southern, or I guess it's the western kind of beach of Tortuga. And I was thinking, I brought 6 maps. I don't want to have like as a big ass. What? This isn't visible at all. Ah, crap. Okay. So we may need to have more maps. Yeah. But look at that. Starting to take shape, huh? It's super fun to put down maps after you've been doing a lot of terrain stuff. Oh, look at that. That's cute. That's the center of Tortuga. I guess, though, maybe this is good. Because if we take the next map, that's going to be where the skull is down here. I'll consider it. Okay? We'll consider having a bigger map. But my point is that Tortuga is going to go out this way as well, hopefully. And so it may not be necessary. But that's kind of cool. I like that. What is this here? The white. I suppose that's the white stained clay. Actually looks super white on a map render. This here, this little pond we take away. So let me show you what I've done. In real life and not map. Okay? Real life being me running here. I got this whole part filled in, right? This is what we were working on, that little hill. I got a little bit more grass and dirt up that way. And then I sanded the entire town square of Tortuga, and we're getting a beautiful sunset. This area here, we're definitely doing the thing that someone suggested with having a bridge. I'm so excited about this, actually. We're going to build a bridge to that island. Maybe we do that today. And then I was thinking maybe it makes sense to have like a shipwreck or something like that over here. I don't know. That could be cool, I figure. But alright. Next thing I want to do, I want to kind of... We're going to sleep. We're going to shrimpy right here. I get the feeling at the moment that this is too much like a desert. And so we have to help that. Like the town square is looking so friggin' plain. So we have that. I want to make a well over here. Like this, I suppose. And we'll have a well there. I looked up some real pictures. I looked up actually some art, some fantasy pictures from piratey times. Because they didn't have cameras back in piracy times, so, you know, I couldn't find any that were actually taken back in... Did they have cameras in piracy times? I don't think so, right? Then we would have seen a lot of cool pictures on pirates doing piratey stuff. I'm obsessed with pirates, I know. No, I don't think they had cameras. But anyway, I've been looking at pictures for wells, and turns out that they are actually... This is pretty funny, I didn't realize this, but the height of wells in that time were always in the face, so you couldn't actually see the water. And I kind of wonder when I see the pictures that how did they get the water and that kind of stuff. But I'm not even going to question it, because it helps me tremendously when making this well in Minecraft, because then I can just have... I don't have to make... Well, the villagers could jump up here, I guess, and get down and get drowned and die, but... that's okay. Does that look decent? Yeah, that looks okay. Looks pretty plain at the moment. In the center, we should have had... I was considering having the hanging grounds that we're going to make, but... I kind of feel... I know that a lot of medieval cities and movies and stuff have them in the very town center and that it's a big attraction and thing. But I feel too bad to have it in the center. So what we'll do is we'll probably put it off to the side a little bit. Like down there maybe. But now the next thing that we need to do here. So I've decided that the main road structure. Let's lay it down a little bit of this together. We're going to go with... You know what? I forgot one of the materials. Crap. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna have sandstone, sandstone stairs. Let's make a few more of those. And then we're gonna have birch. I know, okay? We're gonna have birch. And let's just try this out a little bit together. I also want to bring some grass. I'm really excited about starting to put these things down and see if this works, because at the moment many of you may be thinking when you see this, you're like, oh my goodness, just move out to desert, will you, and put down your life there. No, that's not what it's about, buddy. We're gonna change this up. We're gonna make it beautiful. So it feels kind of wasteful that I planted so much sand here. Planted. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? Okay, so I'm thinking like the sand, stone and sand. We're just go with like a pattern. What happens when you do this, and this is actually something that I really much enjoy, what happens when you start laying it down like in random patterns like this, is that it actually starts to look like it's been stomped up by people, and you'll see that here in a minute. Just by having and like the texture difference ain't much, right? It's just a little bit of stuff. So like that maybe, and then we need a road into this building. Do that, and we gotta be careful so that we don't get a stupid looking pattern here. Okay. Alright. I suppose it would make sense that they actually walk there, so let's fill this in with sand. Let's just have a look. So, just by doing this little part, do you see what I see? You start to see that there's a pathway kind of marking itself out. We gotta bring in birch here as well, though, to get a little bit of variety in the texture. So we'll do the roads like that, kind of torn up, and then this is what I'm excited about. Now we should start to bring in some of the green to make it go from a desert into a tropics. So tropics are... I have bones in here, actually. I said earlier that I had organized things and stuff, and then I couldn't find anything. Tropics, deserts are dry and doesn't have anything in them. And tropics are super lush. And have a lot of things in them. And that we need to bring that feeling in here. So at pictures again that I've been looking at from Assassin's Creed mostly, which is also where I saw most of the Wells pictures. The greenery in the city is actually next to buildings. So let's just feel, yeah. Maybe use a little bit of elevation here. And again, this is stuff that we have to play around with and biome enhance, but we're not even enhancing a biome, we're actually creating a biome, right? But you sort of get the feel. I think that looks good. It's still very plain, but with a love and touch. I think we can make it happen. Let's try and bring in a little bit of bushes as well, I feel. Oop. And maybe some coarse dirt. I really like, I think I said that when we were landscaping the other day, or in the other place. I really like the looks of leaves on top of coarse dirt. I really love that. I don't know what it is, but it just, and I'm speaking about this when the leaves are as green as they are here, but I really feel that it makes a good thing. Let me show you. Where can we put? Let's just put down a few more of these. Okay, yeah. We got to make sure as well that it doesn't feel too crowded. Someone were asking, by the way, why I have or how the grass looks like this. That's a good question. It's Optifine. I use Optifine when recording to get the skies looking pretty, and there's an option for better grass, better looking grass, and I have that turned on. In the beginning, when I first started trying out that setting, I really hated the connector texture. Now I think that it makes such a huge difference when you landscape and things. It's just how I like to play. I very much like to keep things vanilla if I can, but that's a setting that I feel I can't live without anymore. Okay, so where could we put... Maybe we put a coarse dirt down here. Get a little bit of that brown. Oh yes, that's gorgeous. Okay, I like that. And then we could bring that like so. And maybe actually be a little bit too heavy. Too many bushes here. Do I have shears? No. Nope. We gotta again be careful that we don't overgrow this village with bushes, because that wouldn't make sense. Would it make sense though to have maybe a vine there? Probably not, huh? This area here is actually very good to try and get some greeneries in. And this is pretty, it's a little bit intimidating, if you will, to make these patches. Because if you think about it, you're rarely ever exposed to grass and sand together in Minecraft, right? I mean, seriously, there are no biomes that builds up like that, unless it's like a river biome, but then it's so little of it that you're never really, you're not getting used to it, if you know what I mean. Okay, then what we need is a palm tree. Need to start bringing them in. As someone said, please Iskall, please make palm trees within the village and stuff. And of course we're gonna do that. You think I'm brand new? I've seen the pictures. So let's do that. And these are actually tricky to make. I've made quite a few of them now, but they are still tricky for me to do, because the heights and stuff differ so much. Okay, so this would be the town square. Would we have a palm tree here? And then we could do, help the ground here a little bit. We could do that and maybe that. Connect this up there, but also leave the sand in. That may actually not be good to have a palm tree there, but we'll try it. Let's just do it. So we'll make it slope in this direction. Make that, and then one. Well, it's actually gonna collide. No, I feel already I don't like the placement here. Okay, I don't like the placement, so let's skip it. Let's not do it there. Let's do it in an easier position. Easier position. We can do it out over here. Yeah. Let's do it over here. This building, by the way, is weird. Where are we gonna enter this building? I mean, we could make a doorway here, I suppose, and then make like a staircase. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll look cool. I'm getting distracted. Let's make a palm tree now. Maybe here. 1, 2, 3. Check the height. Yeah, one more maybe. 4, and then we go. It's getting nighttime. We're going this way, and then yeah, that would be good. Will it collide now again? So 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, this will collide. Crap. I'm such a terrible placer. When I play Minecraft alone without you guys, because I do, I'm sorry. No, but when I play Minecraft and don't record, the many times I just go over and over and over again doing these things, and you get a feel of it now when I kind of continue to record here, even though I should possibly cut and make like some thoughts around the things. But this is me. This is me, guys. This is how I play this game. It's so many back and forth steps with this. And I love it. You know, I have nothing against it. And I just voice cracked there. Okay. I mean, it's not a beautiful palm tree. That's a pretty badly made palm tree. But it gives us the feeling of having a palm tree in here. And I think definitely that will work. So that's very, very cool. All right, I got a little bit of birch here. It feels so weird, but I didn't actually have any birch wood laying around. I had one sapling. So let's just see if we should do this. What do you guys think? I think this is gorgeous of a mix. And I know most people know about this birch trick. We have to remember, it's actually not spot on, but we have to remember in regards of pathways, I've got a lot of questions on the wooden pathways. You guys have been saying, or some guys have been saying, why are you so stuck on using wood at all? Why not just use like gravel or something like that? The idea with this area, or the idea with that area, is that it's a beach, man. It's a tropic beach, and you know, humans have kind of placed down things in order to get around, if you will. And so, to me, it just makes sense that since that's the case, you place down wood. However, in this area, the idea is that they've kind of taken a big sand dune area with tropics and stuff, and they've built a pirate village. And as time goes by, they've kind of stomped down the roads. And my worry with the beautiful mixing birch here is that it may look like there's once been a wooden pathway here, and I don't think I want that feeling. So there is a difference. Just letting you know. Just letting you know and informing. Okay, there's definitely a difference. The good thing though with having the birch is obviously that we get a new texture in here, right? But now that I saw it, I wasn't as happy as I was in my head when I thought about it. Because it looks a little bit off, a little bit too much off. Maybe it's the grass, maybe it's all that, and maybe we don't need it here. Could be the case. I've also learned while doing this now that it's hard to do too much at once because it's such a small change. But if you look over here, what we've done, you see that you can barely make it out, but it's still there. And like I'm trying to follow the natural where the pirates would walk. I'm trying to walk in the pirate's footstep. We could also go and do stuff like this. I usually don't like that because I think it looks weird. But that could be a thing. How are we going to do lights in here, you wonder? Well, I'm not sure. So let's play around with it now that it gets nighttime. I really like... Did I bring any torches? Oh my goodness, I'm actually out of torches. What do you know? Let's make a stack. Oh no, I have torches there. I'm just freaking blind. That's okay. I really like the tiki torches that we made in the past. I really feel that it fits the theme. And I think maybe Tortuga can benefit from a few of those as well. So maybe we'll have like that there. And I made the stairs, by the way. I made this area. I think it's really good. And maybe one more over here. Raise that up. Yeah. We're definitely going to use the buildings for lighting as well. As it's kind of a public service thing. To have lights. Do we just want to stick torches like that? Or do we want to make it a little bit more fancy and kind of come out, put the torch, put the torch on top. Oh, crap. I didn't say crap because I broke it. I said crap because I got the stupid seed. Maybe we could do both, huh? And if we do these kind of ticky torches on the side of a building, do we want to have them at different heights? I think that makes sense. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a mushroom island. We don't have to have lights everywhere. We can play around with it. We can make it pretty, and that won't work. Crap. We can make it pretty instead of just having torches everywhere. And the torches are actually a very nice looking light source in this biome, I feel. I like this feeling. Okay, let's put another one maybe just on the side of the log there. I mean, that makes the most sense and that looks really good. It's just that you've been caving so much in Minecraft that you kind of feel that is unthought. You get the feeling that it's a torch like that. Look at this feeling though. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting to look gorgeous already. And this is so simple. This is just plain. It's actually still pretty plain, but as we add stuff here, it grows so quickly, doesn't it? Oh, I love it. I love it. Alright, so let's do that. So as far as the town center goes, I feel that we may need to have some more stuff in here, but oh, I love this feel. Let's take another walk. I can do this for days. This feel here. This is Tortuga, ladies and gentlemen. This is how it's supposed to be. We get a door on there. We get a little bit of detail in the side of that. We get rid of this stupid mycelium and diorite mix. Yep. I really, really, really like it. Okay. Very nice. All right. I think I'm pretty much done for today. I'm running out of materials, so I need to go and fetch some more. And I think, I haven't checked the time on the video, but I must have like 50 minutes of recording again. So we'll see how great of an editor I am, I suppose. Well, you've already seen it. It's great. Let's be honest, guys. You know, it's the best thing ever. I'm just playing. Speaking about playing, we're getting really close to Survival Stories 3 for all of those of you who are missing modded Minecraft. I'm really excited about it. We did, the other night, we did another development run through with the developers. Pack is looking great. Really excited to get that started. Iskall's Island, a lot of episodes. That's going to continue because as long as I'm having fun, I can't stop. But okay, let's just take a walk. That was a little bit of a quick channel update. Let's just take a look-see. So we got this area. Maybe a little bit too crowded here. And I think what's to blame is the stone right now. Let's actually plop over here. Take a look from afar. Always a good thing. Yeah, we need to remove these spruce logs because they aren't part of it. You guys actually said that the jungle is looking good. So that's great. We may actually want, now that I see this, we may want to make a big hill rock here instead of sand. Could actually help it a little bit. Just make a steep thing like this, if you know what I mean. Can't stop, guys. I can't stop. Please help me. Someone call the Minecraft stopper. No, don't. I never want to stop. Yeah, that definitely helps that contrast a little bit. And then, of course, we have to oversee that there's purple there. We shouldn't have purple. I'm starting to hate mycelium so much, which is bad. But anyway, we got this. So we have two pathways leading up to the center. This is the main kind of entry, I suppose. You come up here. We got the map, which I've updated a little bit anyway. Yeah, not a lot have changed. It's a little bit more green, I suppose. Got the well there. Did a little bit of enhancements on the well. I think it looks pretty good. Then over here, I made this path lead all the way down here. We have our little gambling, whatever it's going to be there. Shop thingamajiggy. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like much, but I mean, that feeling. Look at this area specifically. And we haven't even detailed the houses yet. It's crazy. We have so much to do, and it's already starting to look kind of good. Please do let me know what you think about the birch, because personally, I don't think I'm not loving it. It's I don't love it. If we want a wood, maybe oak is better if we want it to be woody. I wanted the birch to kind of mix up the textures, as I said, but kind of feel that they are a bit too much off. As far as the floors for buildings goes, I think we're probably going to be pretty good off with birch together with the clay. Now that I saw that. Or sorry, not birch, oak. Jeez. Yeah, definitely the oak floors are gonna go great. But yeah, that's gonna do it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed it. And I hope that you're excited for this. I may, in between episodes, go ahead and try and finish off some of the buildings or try and detail them a little bit. Put some roofs on that building. Roofs are hard though. I hope that you guys are fine with this roof because that's what I want to do. But I may detail a little bit of buildings. I'm kind of building it in squares, the whole thing, as I said, much like how I placed sand. So this square area here is what I want to get done first. That way you get a very good feeling of the final project. But yeah, that's going to do it. So thank you again and have a wonderful evening. And I see you in the next episode.